Next, let's queer up business. CNN issues apology after correspondent Ryan Young misgenders Dylan Mulvaney.
We went to Nashville. We even talked to a bar in Chicago. One bar was telling us basically they're not going to serve it because they don't like the way Dylan Mulvaney was treated after this whole controversy started. He, of course, is the transgender person they were going to sponsor and go along with Bud Light. They didn't like how Bud Light didn't stand by him after all this.
CNN apologized Wednesday for misgendering transgender influencer Dylan Mulvaney in a segment aired this week touching on Mulvaney's role in a right-wing boycott against Bud Light and its parent company, Anheuser-Busch. Bud Light has faced months of conservative backlash over a brief partnership with Mulvaney in March that involved a sponsored Instagram post. Sales of the beverage have plummeted since then, and Bud Light in June lost its spot as the nation's best-selling beer. In a Tuesday segment on the controversy, CNN national correspondent Ryan Young used male pronouns to refer to Mulvaney, a transgender woman. Left-wing journalist Mike Singleton shared the offending portion of the segment to show her disappointment. Transgender activist Erin Reed also slammed the news report, telling CNN to bring trans people to talk about trans news. Liberal influencer Tim Peacock even accused the network of committing hate speech by getting Mulvaney's preferred pronouns incorrect. CNN anchor Kate Bolduan issued an on-air apology saying that transgender influencer Dylan Mulvaney was mistakenly referred to by the wrong pronouns. She added, quote, CNN aims to honor individuals' ways of identifying themselves, and we apologize for that error, end quote. Though CNN has apologized for the mistake, making it in the first place was not expected from the network. Okay, brace yourself, children. For those of us who remember Outing, there's a part of me that wants to go, let's sort of take a similar tack and use the wrong pronouns on Ryan Young and see how she likes it.
Well, this does sound like something you'd expect from Newsmax or Fox, not from CNN. And the fact that it was a cisgender man doing the misgendering,
I'm going to add
not surprising.
I'm going to add a cisgender black man.
I think there's a lot of layers to the story, and I think that I feel Mulvaney's not layers as in like there's a right and wrong or whatever. That is that I think Mulvaney. This was an injustice on Mulvaney for sure. Like that is like, and this is a real hurt, and like that is. And but I also think the apology here is not insignificant, and it is instructive here because it also now shows on a really national platform. When a mistake happens, and I do believe that my understanding of this is that it was unintentional,
right?
And that is to make room for people to grow, and on this kind of level, it's not okay to use people as an example.
And they owned it.
Yeah. They owned it. Like I want to pay tribute to that too.
Yeah, the network owned it. He did not.
Well, not yet.
So
well, then we know.
Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'll look on his Twitter later and see. But I haven't heard from Ryan Young, so I'm not going to slam Ryan Young about it. But I will say the network did the right thing by apologizing.
Yeah.
This happened on Fox. They probably would have just said, whatever.
Newsmax,
right.
They
it wouldn't have been
glossed
an issue.
over it.
Yeah, and I do, that is like, and that only adds to the harm, right? Because there's no question there's harm done here. But the apology here is instructive too, right? To make room for people to understand and to grow from the mistake, right? And on a national space like this, it can be instructive for people saying like, that really is harmful, right? Like it teaches important lessons. But all that being said, the harm is still there.
Mm-hmm.
We are Queer News Tonight, the world's first and only live daily LGBTQ+ evening news show, brought to you from Happening Out Television Network. We operate in the same model of PBS and NPR, but for the LGBTQ+ community. We educate, inform, and entertain by supporting the 10 pillars of our LGBTQ+ community, with more than 100,000 a week watching us on Roku, Apple Television, and other channels. To keep the story going, we accept donations with 100% transparency. Stay updated and live authentically with Queer News Tonight.